through your life there will be suffering, pain, and misery. 2. This suffering is usually caused by selfish cravings and personal desires. 3. This suffering is not a necessity of life and can be overcome. 4. The way to eliminate or reduce suffering in your life is to follow the examples of the eightfold path. In order to go any further, we have to introduce one more concept, reincarnation. Now, before any of you good Christians take off in fright, realize this. Before the Council of Nicaea, you as Christians were taught to believe in reincarnation. No, you still don't believe? Then read the following verses. John 3:3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. John 3:7. Marvel not that I said unto thee, you must be born again. Now you can disbelieve me, but do you dare him? Jesus knew that reincarnation is a part of God's law. The Buddha said that the end goal was to get off the karmic wheel of life and death and reincarnation. This ending would then let you leave this world and merge back into the one. It is an end to self. He called this state of rejoining God nirvana and the ultimate bliss. Well, now, let's see. The ultimate bliss is to be with God. Well, maybe the Pope's right. Sounds pretty demonic to me. All kidding aside, the Catholic Church, and in particular the current Pope, have made significant strides. Are you aware that they officially declared that the God of the Jews and Christians is the same biblical God as that worshipped by the Muslims? Survival is the mother of all invention and consolation and conciliation. So what about the eightfold path? Here are the steps. 1. Right knowledge is knowledge of what life is all about. Knowledge of the Four Noble Truths is basic to all further growth as a Buddhist. Right aspiration means a clear devotion to being on the path toward enlightenment. 3. Right speech involves both clarity of what is said, taking care to say just what is meant, and speaking kindly and without malice. 4. Right behavior involves reflecting on one's behavior and the reasons for it. It also involves 5 basic laws of behavior for Buddhists: not to kill, steal, lie, drink intoxicants, or commit sexual offenses. Number 5, right livelihood involves choosing an occupation that keeps an individual on the path. That is, a path that promotes life and well-being rather than the accumulation of a lot of money. 6. Right effort means training the will and curbing selfish passions and wants. It also means placing oneself along the path toward enlightenment. 7. Right mindfulness implies continuing self-examination and awareness. The, quote, Dhammapada, a basic Buddhist text, begins, all we are is the result of what we have thought. Number 8, right concentration is the final step in being absorbed into a state of nirvana. The first 2 steps are the easiest. Anyone can do them. Number 3, 4, and 5 are harder, and if achieved, would give you the status of a novice monk. Steps 6, 7, 8 are the hardest. They are only fully achieved by advanced beings over the course of many lifetimes. We are interested in steps 1 through 6 to begin with. Let's look at each of these now. Number 1, right knowledge. As with all things, there is a beginning and an end. This principle is the first step, the beginning of your way to God. One of the results of being human is that the distance from the animals increases as your knowledge increases. Those who say knowledge is not important are fools. Those who keep knowledge from you are set trap. Your job as a human being is to acquire as much knowledge as possible. Knowledge of life, of science, of spirit, of God. Knowledge is the one thing that can never be taken away from you. Learn to see that which is new in all things. A person can spend an entire lifetime learning all there is to know about a single blade of grass, so don't think that you can ever know everything. Knowledge allows you to think about something intelligently. It is helpful in solving problems. It is the key to understanding and invention. Knowledge can open your eyes to things you cannot see. It can bring revelation into your life. Here is an example of the power of knowledge. I have told you what I call this work I do. I call it the way. But did you know that the Buddha called all his teachings the middle way? Or that Jesus' followers called his teaching the way? Or that Muhammad taught the way of Islam? Surprised? Feel it? That's why knowledge is way cool. I told you that all taught the way. Knowledge holds uncountable moments like this in store for you. There are two kinds of thought in this life, those that cause pleasure and those that cause pain. Knowledge can produce both, but it is the pleasure-producing side of knowledge that is the way to God. There is a sweetness in the spirit where something learned piece by piece comes together and click, realization dawns in the mind. Is this not one of the most pleasurable of sensations? The sense of accomplishment it engenders can make your spirit glow. As you have probably noticed, each of the 8 paths are preceded by the word right. This is important. What exactly does right mean? The American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, 3rd edition, defines it as follows. Right. 1. Conforming with or conformable to justice, law, or morality. Do the right thing and confess. 2. In accordance with fact, reason, or truth, correct. The right answer. 3. Fitting, proper, or appropriate. It is not right to leave the party without saying goodbye. 4. Most favorable, desirable, or convenient. The right time to act. 5. In or into a satisfactory state or condition. Put things right. 6. In good mental or physical health or order. These ideas are represented by the word we call right. Here then,